What's new, YouTube? Cold Covers here, back with a brand new video. Today, as y'all can tell by the title, we got another episode of Folding Clothes with Cole. As you can see, I got a bunch of clothes right here on my bed that I'll be folding and putting in my closet. And actually, I gotta clean the top part of my closet off too. So we're gonna rearrange and refold these clothes up here as well. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Join the movement. Got a bunch of videos coming out soon. And let's just talk about the upcoming content as I fold these clothes, right? So, upcoming, right? Got a lot of things to look forward to. I got to start scripting my Drake video, so I'm just trying to find the time for that. So I'll be getting scripting my Drake video. Not sure when that's gonna come out. It's gonna take a minute though, because I gotta really script, and then not only do I have to script it, I have to make a concept, because that's the whole point of those Deeper Than Art videos. It's kind of like a video essay and a design in one. So, and the reason why I made that content like that is because I actually enjoy journalism. Like, I actually enjoy hip hop journalism at that, right? So I don't know if that's something I want to explore later in life, like hip hop journalism, but I do take a fascination towards hip hop journalism, and a lot of the content that I watch on YouTube is catered to that. Like, I would watch a lot of I don't know if you guys heard of him. What's the Dirt? What's the Dirt is awesome. I watch What's the Dirt. I watch J Roebuck. I watch what's the guy's name? Rob Markman. I even watch this Wayno, the guy that used to do Everyday Struggle. I'm not sure if you guys know these people or not, but yeah, I like their content. I like that journalism style of content. Just reporting on hip hop media specifically. I know Wayno probably does like a whole bunch of different. He's starting to branch out and talk more about political issues and things that's going on in the world. But yeah, just journalism. I'm starting to like that. Media, news. It's actually what I went to school for as well. Yeah, I went to school for mass communications, right? And I don't remember specifically taking journalism or like a journalism elective throughout my course studies. Maybe I have and I just can't recall. Maybe it was in my earlier years. But yeah, man, I mean, that's just something I like doing. I know they didn't offer that specific of a topic. Hip hop is a very specific topic because journalism is broad. Like, you could do sports, you could do news, you could do anything for real with journalism, as long as you can write a story about it. But specifically for me, I like hip hop, so interviews and stuff like that. And I actually used to do interviews for the radio station there at my school, and I kind of miss that, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you can still look up the interviews I did on YouTube, because we had a YouTube channel at the school I went to, and I was a part of the radio station, and I did interviews with artists, and I specifically like the ones with artists. I also did an interview with this one was actually in the paper. I made the paper for my school. I did an interview with the first African American female pilot. Her name is not coming to my head at this moment. I got it on my wall. Captain Teresa Claiborne. Yeah. You guys don't know who Captain Teresa Claiborne is. She's the first African American pilot. And you know, I had the honor to do her interview in front of a live audience. So I got that experience. I was nervous, y'all. Like, I was super nervous. But I got to experience that and do that interview, and I got a great opportunity out of that, and that was cool, man. So I always liked interviewing, getting to know people on a deeper and emotional level. So I always gravitated towards content such as like Shannon Sharp. I think Shannon Sharp does a lot of great interviews. And I think the reason why his interviews are so good is because he offers his guests a drink before the interview, right? They probably thinking like, well, what would a drink do? Well, some people take the drink, some people don't. But when you offer somebody a drink, that kind of relaxes the tension in the room a little bit, makes them feel more welcome, makes them feel more at home. So even if they take it or not, you still kind of give them that relaxation, like this is a safe environment. And I think that's why he gets some of the craziest interviews, like especially one that went viral with Cat Williams. That one was crazy. Like, I think that's why he was able to get some of his best interviews. So a guy like Shannon Sharp is a guy I've been watching his career for a long time. And I know he had some allegations come out and all that, unfortunately, but I've been watching him since Undisputed. Like, just great at journalism, great at the craft, great at analyzing and debating and critiquing what he sees. So, journalism is an art in itself. Something that I definitely want to get back into. I just don't know when and where and how I'm gonna get back into it, right? Because right now I've been working on this page. This page has been going crazy. So I want to say I appreciate you guys for watching. I looked at the other day, like a couple months ago, we were at 17 subscribers, right? And now we're at 44. Crazy, like crazy. Like sometimes I'll be thinking, like that's not a lot of people, but there's this post going viral on Instagram where it said like, if you had 20 followers, this is what that looks like in a room, right? So they put 20 people in the room and then one person in the front, and this is what 20 followers looks like. Like you had 20 people in the room, right? So I'm like, when you put it in that perspective, that's a lot of people. Like 44 subs on YouTube, and we're at like 14,000 views too. That's a lot of people, man. And this is like the first year I started taking the content and stuff seriously. So I think we're doing pretty good with the content. The content's fire. You guys seem to like it. The Drake video actually went up in numbers recently. I wonder why. And let's talk about that Drake. First and foremost, how do y'all like it? How do y'all like the Drake album? I thought it was a pretty solid album. I'm in between 8 and 9 for my rating. I'm in between 8 and 9. Do I think it's his best work? Obviously not, of course. But I think for what Drake, his MO has been over the last couple of years, the sound that he's been working on, I think it's a solid album. I think we have a lot of great tracks on there. And I think in a couple months from now, that's going to be a staple. Like, people are going to come back to that album a lot more in a couple months from now. So I think longevity-wise, it does what it has to do. The tracks on there are good, solid, and I think it's just a solid album, I never understood the Drake hate so much. But it's a trend to hate on stuff in society nowadays. Like, if you're just a hater, like, I don't know what's going on with the climate of the world, but I guess hate sparks views and attention. So that's why a lot of people do it, because they want to stir the pot. They want a narrative, and they also want to gain, they can gain money, they can gain a following, they can gain so many things off of spreading false accusations, false rumors, or just stir up a narrative with theories, right? So I don't know. I just think like propaganda in 2026 for any media outlet is dangerous because people nowadays don't fact check things. A lot of people will hear something on TikTok, and don't get me wrong, I've done this myself as well. Like, I'm victim to this as well, but it's kind of scary how people can hear something on TikTok and believe it's true and then make a decision afterwards. So I got an example of that. My mom, she loves to buy stuff off of TikTok reviews, right? So she'll watch, a TikTok will come up on her feed, she'll watch it, and then she'll make a decision to buy a product. Maybe it's not on TikTok specifically, but maybe it's like a health drink or something, and my mom looks at it and she's like, oh, okay, maybe I should buy that. And then she goes and buys it. Then she tells me about it, and I'm like, Mom, what research did you do outside of TikTok? And she says none. So I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's getting scary because when you don't, and sometimes, you know, not to say that the information on TikTok isn't accurate, you know, I'm sure it is, but you should always do an initial check because people can just say anything online. You know what I'm saying? You should always just read a couple more pages, read a couple more articles, educate yourself on the topic. And you don't have to be fully educated, you don't have to be an expert, but do a little bit more digging around before you make a decision, right? Just to make sure that your decisions are, you know, valid and they make sense and it aligns with your identity, you know? So just something to be aware of. I think a lot of people can suffer from the TikTok brain. I know I have. Sometimes I doom scroll too, man. Like, I ain't perfect, y'all. I go through the same stuff that anybody else goes through. I'm human. I make mistakes. And, you know, I'm gonna keep making mistakes as I live my life. And the important thing is just to learn the lessons from those mistakes. So, but yeah, I've noticed that in media. But besides the Drake stuff, topic I really wanted to get into was loneliness. Loneliness, y'all. Very interesting topic. I think we're in a loneliness epidemic. Don't quote me on that, but I've been seeing a lot of things about specifically Gen Z is like the most lonely generation because like we only go to work, then to the gym, then home, and we repeat it. So like a lot of people aren't socializing as much as they used to. And I find it very interesting, right? Because I always wonder what that was. I know some people would say it was COVID that made us like this, like the effects of COVID. And I can see that. But I don't know, why are people so lonely nowadays? Like, why don't we socialize? Then when I look at my life and I'm like, why don't I socialize? And I think I don't socialize as much because comfort and probably just comfort for real, or probably just fear. I think people don't socialize as much because, for one, they're afraid to go out places by themselves. I think that's a general theme. I've pretty much, it's like sometimes I still get scared to go out places by myself. Like today, I went to this coffee shop, right? And I had never been, but I wanted to try it. But I was a little nervous because I had never been there, right? So I didn't know what was gonna happen. And I got there, got some food. I was editing a couple videos, a couple shorts that I want to upload this week. And it was cool. Like, I didn't even, like, you know, I did all that worrying and all that for nothing. Like, because I had a good time. And I was, like, jamming the music. I was listening to Jay-Z's 444 album. I was making a Jay-Z kind of cover art thing, and yeah, man, I had a good time in there. But I think a lot of people, I think that's a separate topic. You know, going out by yourself. I don't know if that correlates to loneliness or not, but I think that's a instant cure though. Like, because you never know who you'll meet when you go out. Right? You can meet a whole bunch of people. You can meet somebody. You can meet a girl. You can meet a networking opportunity just by stepping out the door. Like a couple weeks ago, I met these girls at an art event, and then we ended up going to the next couple art events together. So like, you just never know, like who you'll meet, who you'll run into. But I think that's the quickest way to break out of that loneliness cycle, because I think we are the most busy generation too. Like, we have so many things thrown at us on a day-to-day basis, because we get to see and experience more things, right? Like, we get to see political stuff, we get to see celebrities, we get to see things fall out, we get to see all of these different aspects of life happen on social media. So it's like, bro, like, you see all this stuff, like, you're exposed to so much more than the previous generations were. So I think that plays into it a little bit. But for me specifically, yeah, man, it's just trying to find a group of friends that you can go out with on a consistent basis and not feel alone, man. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. So what I recommend for you guys is to start doing things on your own. Like, stop waiting for people to go see that new movie you want to see with. Like, don't wait for anybody. Right? Just go see the movie. Or stop waiting for, you know, if you want to go to a bar or you want to go out and socialize, go out by yourself. That's what I do. And it does get a little repetitive though. Like, once you start going out by yourself and you're kind of in that loop of, oh wait, like, damn, every time I gotta go out by myself, and you get in that loop, it's kind of like, bro, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? But if you never go out by yourself though, you definitely should. I think I'm at the point where I do it too often. Like, I'm getting a little too comfortable going out by myself because I do it so much. So, yeah, bro, just try and go out a little bit more by ourselves. Learn to be by ourselves too. It's definitely a challenge to be by yourself. It takes a lot of mental strength, and I think a lot of people don't credit that as much. Just sitting with yourself and entertaining yourself and being by yourself, it can be pretty hard, especially if you had, I think it's only hard for people that are more extroverted and have like siblings. I think those people probably would have it the hardest. For me, it's pretty hard for me now actually, because I've done it all my life. So it's kind of like, bro, like, at what point do I, start meeting people and going out and socializing more and get my name out there and making new friends and building new connections? So for me, it's a little different because I was the only child on my mom's side. I was the only child. So I had nothing but time alone, like, from my childhood. Like, there was no siblings and all that. So I've had plenty of time alone. Like, I don't think I need more at this point in my life. But hey, man, look, so loneliness, man. I think we just gotta go out more, meet people, network, and try and find y'all tribes, man. Try and find y'all people. Cause, bro, like, one thing I'm realizing, like, man, life is hard to do alone, y'all. Like, you do this stuff alone. And I know sometimes I like working alone on some Batman stuff. I like working alone, but, bro, when you work alone, when you do this life stuff alone, man, it does make it harder. I will not lie to y'all. Like, life does get harder. If you decide to walk alone and do things all by yourself and not open up and not, you know, be vulnerable with people. So you definitely want a circle of people, a circle of trusted individuals, people to rely on, people to fall back on, people to support you, even if that's family. And if you guys don't have family like that, then you'll need more friends. Oh look, I found my hoodie. Look at that. I've been looking for this hoodie for a minute. I've been looking for this joint for a minute. I was like, where did this hoodie go? Like, I've been looking for this job for a minute. Like, cause I had 2 black hoodies. This was one of them, and I got my alien one. I think I've worn that in the video before. True fan would know what video I wore then. Yeah. Bet. Alright, I was looking for this, man. Glad I found it. Alright, so. But yeah. Just, dang, I lost my train of thought. Got so excited for finding my hoodie. Yeah, I need to get rid of some stuff. I don't even know what I could get rid of. Like some stuff I don't wear no more. Like, I don't wear these no more. I don't wear those no more. I never wear these. I never wear these. These hot? I just never wear it. Like, what would I wear these with? Y'all comment down below. Y'all like these? I might get these away. Goodwill. Might just get those away. A couple things in here I'm not wearing no more. Like, yo, I never wear these. I never wear these. Y'all got some stuff in here I don't be wearing, y'all. Like my outfits be simple. Nah, these could go for the gym. I wonder some of the stuff I could wear in the gym. Probably could. Wear some of the stuff in the gym. But yeah, bro, I've been trying to do that myself. Like, I don't know, these look a little nice to me. I don't know. These look like they good sweats. These look like these good sweats. I'll give away the other Johns though. Wherever those went, I don't even know where they went. I'll get those away. I'll probably get this hoodie away. This crop John. Probably get that away. Stuff that I wear though, nah, I ain't giving that away. I'll give the stuff I'm still wearing. But yeah, hey, just keep expanding y'all circles and keep trying, y'all. Keep trying. As far as what's another topic we could talk about? Dating. Talk about dating real quick, y'all. I'm probably the last person to talk about dating, y'all. I don't think, when was the last date I went on? I think it was pretty recent. I think I went on a date. I think the last date I went on was the Michael Jackson movie. Went to go see Mike. Yo, speaking of Mike, that was a good joint, y'all. I can't wait for the second one to come out. I saw the movie in D-Box, right? Yo, D-Box. I highly recommend y'all go see movies in D-Box, y'all. I don't know if D-Box is, that's like a, I'm pretty sure it's like a wide, like outside of Delaware thing. I'm pretty sure other theaters have D-Box. It's basically D-Box. All D-Box is just the seats are synced up to the movie, so they move in correlation to what's going on the screen. Bro, I seen a Mike movie in that joint. Bro, I'm telling you, dog, that joint was worth it. Yo, it's like a roller coaster. It's like a roller coaster inside of a movie theater, y'all. But not really. You know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't really work. I mean, they have that though. They have that at Universal Studios where they have like what movie was that? They had a 4D movie at Universal. But it's not 4D though. But nah, man, y'all should go. This shirt too small. Y'all should go definitely check out that Michael movie. It was very good. And I heard a lot of reviews on it that people were mixed about it because they didn't learn any new information about Michael's story. I actually find his story very interesting. And that was going to be the main talking point I was going to correlate into my It's Deeper Than Art Drake video. And what's funny is I was watching What's the Dirt stream earlier today. And he made the exact point that I was going to talk about in my video. So I was like, oh snap. Like I was onto something then. Because I'm starting to find the business side of music very interesting and very just interesting. I'm starting to find it interesting, right? And how logistics get involved. And one of the things I was reading about at work, right? I was reading that Michael Jackson actually signed a Sony deal, a 15-year Sony deal for 6 albums back in, I believe it was 2005 or 4 maybe. I believe, don't quote me on the exact year, but he signed the deal, right? For 15 years, he was going to produce 6 albums. But by the end of the contract, he was going to be a billionaire and he was going to have his own label. He was going to have his own record label, right? So, but a parallel theme from Michael Jackson and Drake was that they both wanted out of their deals. Mike did it a completely different way. Mike went on actual protests. He went on actual media and slandered his label. Drake has taken a similar route with the lawsuit on UMG. This is a very interesting lawsuit if we look at it. Very interesting lawsuit. But so kind of, I think he took it a step further. I don't believe Mike sued Sony. Did Mike ever sue Sony? I didn't read that. Maybe I have to look that up and do a little bit more research. But when I was reading into it, reading different articles, I did come across that he signed that deal and that the label was like trying to exploit him. And they didn't want him to get his masters on Thriller, right? Because Thriller was one of his best-selling albums. I think it's the best-selling album. Don't quote me on that, but it's one of the best-selling albums, like of all time, Thriller, right? So, in the deal, he was supposed to get his master recordings back, and he was supposed to own Thriller, but you know, record label didn't want that. Of course they didn't want that, right? So then that's when conspiracies started to float around, and was Sony involved in the murder of Michael Jackson? We'll never know to this day. It's only a theory. Nobody has come back with concrete evidence on that matter, but it is very sad to see that, and very sad situation. So, but they are coming out with a second movie, so I can't wait to watch that. First movie was great. I liked it a lot, and I think it was his nephew that played that did all the. He did good, man. That was pretty good. Like, he did really good. So, all right, y'all. We're already at the 30-minute mark. So if you guys been watching for 30 minutes, I really appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. I know this is like the first time on Photo Close with Cole that I haven't finished the actual folding session. But I got a lot of clothes to go through here, and I am gonna make a pile to give to Goodwill as well. So we're gonna do that. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below. Join the movement. Longer video today, so if you stay for the whole thing, like I said earlier, I really appreciate it. More videos on the way. I love you guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.